Hey my lovelies, it's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Wednesday's Facebook card reveals. So, if you were drawn to card number 1, we're going into the energy of moon water, and it just says here reset. Now, it could be a time at the moment where maybe some of you are feeling a little bit vulnerable. Maybe some of you are really feeling emotions are quite strong, they're quite loud, they might be feeling quite intrusive. And moon water is all about, like it says, reset. It's all about healing, basically. It's taking some time for you. It's taking some time out from the world. So if you've been sort of running around like a bit of a blue-ass fly, or if you've just been holding a lot of emotional, sort of energetic space for yourself and maybe people around you, maybe it's just a need to actually sort of pause and just really go into that sort of stage of clearing, cleansing, resetting the energy, just getting back to a space and time that feels good for you. Because moon water can feel quite emotionally all over the place, you know. We've obviously had the recent physical full moon, and I know that some people do put water out. For some people, they put water out that can be drinking water. They charge it up under a full moon. Some people put water out that they then use to sort of cleanse and have baths with, or they may use in spell work and sort of ritual work. Some people use it in aura sprays. So if you do something like that, great. If you don't, it actually doesn't matter. But the energy of this card, reset, take some time for you, take some pause, have a bit of rest and recovery, because it just feels like emotionally the moon water card is all about our emotions. Emotions feel vulnerable, emotions feel like they might be a little bit frayed or a little bit fragile recently, and it's resetting those. Don't make any sort of hasty decisions that you may later regret, because sometimes when we're feeling really emotional, we can say things in the heat of the moment, and we can say things that maybe are a little bit out of context, where we're just feeling a bit overwhelmed, and then afterwards maybe we think, oh God, I shouldn't have maybe said that. So yeah, just feels like a bit of a pause, being kind to you, being enough for you at the moment. So there's a real focus on resetting for you. Oh, if you can hear any growling, sorry, Oscar's down by my legs, and he's just he's on one today. He's always on one, but like he's in a bit of a weird mood himself today. So yeah, reset. So go easy, go gentle, don't put pressure upon yourself. I've had to do this week. I had some technical issues and some things came up. So unfortunately, I'm the bad boy today that like wasn't able to record our Never Cross a Witch Bitch podcast. And, you know, I looked at my sort of diary and things just were not aligning up. And I said, I'm really sorry, guys, but I'm unable to do the podcast today. We were meant to do it Monday, but I had to cancel because I was ill. So sometimes things happen, and it's okay to just reset. So we're resetting for next week. So, you know, for those that follow us, unfortunately no podcast this week, but definitely one next week, which will be exciting when it airs. But yeah, reset, and don't feel bad, don't punish yourself if you are having to make changes or saying no to things, or whatever. There are reasons, and some of it is, you know, self-care, self-recovery as well. That could be going on with this if you've been drawn to card number 1. Now then, as we're going into card number 2, we're going into the energies of as above, so below, and it just says manifestation. This is a really, really important time to give yourself permission, acceptance to manifest all that you want your life to be and all that you want your life to become. And when we manifest, sometimes we put so much pressure and so much focus on what manifesting is, and sometimes we sort of feel like, oh my God, I've got to keep, you know, sending that out, and you don't. Once you've set the intention, once you've sent it out, trust, believe that it's happened, give yourself permission to receive the manifestings that you want, and then almost pull away from it. Don't sort of keep feeling that you have to keep topping it up and keep refocusing on it, because sometimes people so much emphasis on it, sometimes you block it through kind of a paranoid state. And with manifestation, with manifestation, it's almost this giving yourself permission that you're allowed to have this experience. You don't have to keep toying in a back and forth energy. You can set the sort of bar, you can set the energy of what you want to receive, and you can be quite comfortable in, I'm allowed to have this experience. I'm going to have this experience, whatever it is you're manifesting. For some people, it might be a new relationship. For some people, it could be success with money, with abundances, with business, with work. For some people, it could be travel or wanting to have an opportunity to see more of the world. It could be so many things, and you'll know what you're manifesting internally for you. And it's just about surrendering to the process. Give yourself permission to receive that, know and trust. It's almost like when we sort of create a wish, we ask, or we sort of, bring a wish to the surface, and we trust that it's been heard, we trust it's been understood for the highest of good. The important part with manifesting is not to question it, because when you question it, you throw it open to vulnerability. So it's trying to set it as like an intention of something that's already happened. Even though it hasn't materialized physically yet, you've set the intention as if it's already come to be. So it's going to be cool. So definitely a focus on mind over matter if you've been drawn to card 2 this week. And finally, as we're moving into card number 3, we're going into the energies of mud and moss. And it just says here, stagnation. So it could be that some of you have been drawn to this card. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit ill, a bit low, a bit run down. Maybe emotionally, you've just been feeling in a little bit of a vulnerable place. Maybe things are not happening as fast or as quickly as you would like them to be. And maybe some of you are just feeling a bit tired, a bit sort of, burnt out and just a bit exhausted. Now, even though mud and moss and stagnation might seem a bit negative, and it might look a little bit dark and a bit negative, I actually think that I see this as being replanted. I'm seeing this as a cycle of rebirth. And if you think of the earth, it neutralizes. So when we're feeling stuck, when we're feeling low, when we're feeling lost, that's a really good time to center. That's a really good time to ground our energy and allow the problems or the energies that we're holding on to, sort of send it all into the earth, and the earth can take it, it can neutralize it, and it can replant it into something a bit more positive and a bit more hopeful, a bit more happy for us. So you might be stuck in a place of vulnerability, and it might feel uncomfortable, it might feel overwhelming at the moment. It doesn't mean you're going to be in this place forever. There may just be something you're having to heal from or go through, or you might just be in that little bit of sort of stagnation like the card says, and it's okay as long as we don't stay stuck there forever, and as long as you don't choose to sort of surrender to this as your overall theme. We can be in that energy for a little bit of time. There was a client I was talking to today, a beautiful lady that I was talking to, and she's recently recovering from a broken foot, and she's in this at the moment. She's feeling a bit pissed off, a bit sort of overwhelmed, but she's having to rest, she's having to heal, and there's no good it's no good for her to try to run again before she can walk. She has to let the foot heal for the bone to sort of re-emerge and do what it all needs to do. So sometimes we have to just sort of be in this, even if we don't want to be, because there's long-term healing that's happening. We don't always feel it or sort of see it or really understand it in those moments, but it could be with this card as well. There's some long-term healing that's happening beyond the physical action of the stagnation for some of you. Does that make sense? I really hope so. So I hope you can make sense of these cards. I'm going to leave the energies with you. Stay well, stay safe, stay fabulous. Just a couple of cheeky shouts to let you know. Anybody asking for Zoom sessions, I am now fully booked for December, and I'm halfway booked for January. So anybody wanting sort of Zoom sessions, we are going to be getting quotes for mid to end of January onwards. Just a reminder that sessions do require an upfront payment. No session is booked or secured until an upfront payment is made. That's very important to just remind you. What else do I need to say? This Saturday, I have the last of my events for this year, which is really, really exciting. So I will be over at the Bennett Centre in Frome, which used to be the old vicarage, if you're not sure where that is. And I'm doing a winter solstice market, so it's a pagan gathering. It's going to be really good. There's even going to be its own Krampus, which is the... if you're not sure what Krampus is, it's like a very... demony kind of gothic version. It's the sort of alchemy piece to Santa. So Santa is the light, Krampus is the dark, you know. So just be aware of that if you're bringing young children, because they could be a little bit scared. But it's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. Really looking forward to it. I am fully booked for readings, so thank you very much if you've secured a space to come and see me there. Mum will be there as well with her stall, so come along. There's going to be some amazing magical people there, lots of witchy magic, and I'm looking forward to it. It's happening on winter solstice, so it's going to be a good one. And final reminder, my winter solstice voice record reading is going to end 12 o'clock that night, where you can have the free meditation as well. So thank you to all those that have been securing your space. If you've yet to secure a space, you can pop over to the website and obviously get that booked in, and that would be really cool. And yeah, just thank you for all the love and the support. So I'm going to leave it with you. Have a cool one, and I will catch up very soon. Love and blessings. Bye for now.